outside in an all black drop. 10 rolled up when I'm out. Say they always get over here.
What's up guys, welcome to episode 4 of the Complete Beginners tutorial. Today we'll be answering a very important question who every player in MK Mobile asks, especially the new players. And the question basically is, which character should I buy from the shop? And which pack should I buy? This video will answer those questions. But before we start with the list of characters we're buying from the store, let me clarify 3 things. First, the list you're about to see is completely subjective and based on my own opinion and experience in the game, so no objective truths here. The second thing is that you will notice that in some of the characters that you're going to see in the video, there will be a tiny letter S next to them. This means that it is good to have this card. The card is very good, but you shouldn't prioritize maxing it, as it will play mainly supportive role in the teams. And the third thing actually follows from here. The third thing is that if I classify a card as a support card, this doesn't mean that it doesn't deal damage or cannot be successful in battle. Of course it can. It simply means that you can use this card to maximize the potential of other stronger cards that can clean house faster and safer. So without further ado, let's start with our list. First I'm going to show you which are the 3 best bronze cards. Every beginner should be aware of that. The first character on the list is Oni. Basically, except from Ninja Mime Johnny Cage, Oni has the best stats when it comes to bronze characters. You can obtain him by buying bronze packs. In general, pretty solid card. Feel free to use him in challenges. Very good card. The second card, probably the best bronze card when it comes to stats and probably overall, is Ninja Mime Johnny Cage. Ninja Mime Johnny Cage is amazing card with the highest stats in the bronze league. And not only that, but he has power drain on special 1, which is amazing. And the third card is Monk. Interesting thing about Monk is that you can still use him even though your account is, let's say, fully maxed, and you can use him with diamond characters and he'll still be viable. The only thing you have to be careful about Monk is that you don't really need to spend a lot of coins fusing him so that he can be effective. He's effective at level 1 Fusion 0. Pretty good card. The only thing he has to do in the team is to die. And this means he will give 1 bar of power to the remaining characters. And believe me, you can do very funny teams using Monk. Okay? So these are the 3 best bronze characters. Let's go to the silver ones. There are 4 characters in the silver league, which in my opinion are worth buying from the shop. The first one, of course, is Silver Kenchi. Silver Kenchi is by far the best character out there when it comes to silver characters. His special 1 has Drain, his special 2 deals brutal damage, and in general he can be used with Martial Artist and with Spec Ops, and he's doing fine with both. Every time when you see Kenchi in the store, buy him. And the next card, of course, is going to be Cassie Cage. Cassie Cage is a very useful silver card. However, the only disadvantages she has is that she needs to be placed in a team with Johnny and Sonia. If she's placed outside of this team, she is not that effective. But in general, very good card. Feel free to spend the coins on her. And you can guess who are the other 2 cards. Of course, Sonia. Sonia has Stun on special 2, very useful card with okay stats, but she can boost other silver Spec Ops character, and she can boost Cassie a lot. So every time when you see her in store, buy her. She's worthy. And the last card, of course, is Johnny Cage. Again, the only reason why he's on the list, he's not like great on his own, but he's a very good addition to the Cage family, so buy him, he's worth. Okay guys, so we finished with the bronze and silver characters. Let's proceed with the gold characters. So I want to make this clear here. On the list I'm not including diamond characters for the obvious reason that you cannot buy them with coins in the store, and I'm not including gold characters which again are not obtainable by the store. For example, Warlock Kenchi, I don't know, to be honest, how you can obtain him now. Slasher Jason, Vampirus Melina, and characters like this, they cannot be obtained in the store. I don't know about Vampirus Melina because she's a challenge character, but she has never been repeated, and I believe that since they created a special pack for her, I don't think they intend to be putting her on the store. So yes, such type of characters won't appear on the list. So let's start with the Netherrealm. After MK11 update in MK Mobile, unfortunately, not unfortunately, but unfortunately for the beginning players, a lot of previously available in challenges Netherrealm characters became Diamond, and now we almost don't have any characters that are in the Netherrealm League that can be bought for coins. And the ones that you can buy for coins, they are good, but they are not great. But let me just mention two names here. The first one is Unstoppable Jason. Unstoppable Jason is a pretty solid character. He has regeneration on special 2, which means that he's going to regenerate health over time. Very useful ability. The only drawback of Unstoppable Jason is that he has low stats and can be killed quite easily, and he needs to rely heavily on his special 2 to stay alive. But in general, I would advise you, if you see him in the store, he is a good card. He's not great for 450 souls, that comes a little bit expensive, but in general, since you need to have some Netherrealm characters, I would advise you to get him. And the next card in the Netherrealm section is Dark Raiden. Dark Raiden is probably the best opener in the game, except for Classic Liu Kang, but Classic Liu Kang is a diamond character. When it comes to golden characters, I believe he is the best. His special 1 is decent, his special 2 is okay, it's unblockable, so all good. Again, as with Unstoppable Jason, the drawback here is that he has low stats. So this doesn't make him the perfect card for 450 souls, but still he's probably the best card in the Netherrealm League that you can get in the store. So if you see him, feel free to buy him because he's an amazing opener. He cannot be drained, so pretty good card. Okay guys, so let's proceed with Spec Ops.
Take that,
a lot of characters here. We're going to start with the cheap characters. First, we're going to start with Balanced Kenchi. Balanced Kenchi is a very good overall, very solid character. He has a power drain on special 1. He gives 1 bars of power to the Spec Ops characters. Very nice card. I would advise you to buy him if you see him on store, and you can probably see the S next to him because most of the time he's going to be in a support position, but in general he is definitely worthy of 250 souls. The other support character out there is Demolition Sonia. Demolition Sonia has amazing special 2 that has fire, very useful. In general she has low stats, but still she boosts the attack of all Spec Ops characters, including her, with 30%. So again, very much worthy for 250 souls. But again, keep in mind that Demolition Sonia is a support character. The next one on the list is Stunt Double Johnny Cage. This is probably the most useful Spec Ops character that you can get for 250 souls because he's useful in the beginner account and he's useful in the full max account, because he has stun on tagging, and that's extremely important, especially versus characters like Jade or any other character that can evade, for example, Assassin Katana. The important thing here is that one stunt they cannot evade. Another thing, having stun and then power drain on special 1 is amazing, so that you can make sure that the enemy team won't be able to use their special attacks. Again, a drawback for Stunt Double Johnny Cage is that he has low stats, low HP, he's very squishy, but this doesn't matter because overall he is amazing card, so definitely every time when you see Stunt Double Johnny Cage in the store, please guys, buy him. The next card very much worthy in the Spec Ops team is Covered Ops Cassie Cage. Very nice passive that gives unbreakable chance on basic attacks on other Spec Ops characters. Also, her special 2 is almost deadly. I mean, it is deadly, it's not almost deadly, it is deadly. Special 2 of Cassie Cage can more or less one-shot almost any other character in the game. So this card used to be obtainable with very small chance by opening packs in the past, but now you can obtain her in the store, so this is a good thing. And definitely when you see cover up Cassie Cage in the store for 250 souls, buy her immediately. Very good card. Okay, so we are going to the next tier of champions, champions that cost 450 souls, but again, I believe they're worth souls, and when you see them in the store, you have to buy them. The first one on the list is Heavy Weapon Jax. Heavy Weapon Jax has very nice passive, and he has amazing special 2 which deals damage to the entire enemy team and breaks shields. Very good card against Cold War Sonia teams and any other team that has shield. I would advise you to buy him. The second card on the list is cosplay Jackie Briggs. Jackie is a very fun character to play. She has different variation, so you can choose how to play her, but in general this is a card with very high stats, with high damage on her special attacks, and the last but not least, extremely fun to play. So every time when you see her in the store, please guys, buy her. The next card on the list should be Combat Cup Johnny Cage. This is a very solid card. He has Power Drain on special 1, extremely fun passive, and of course his basic attacks deal tons of damage, guys. Just give him the support, he can basically punch the entire enemy team to death. That's how strong he is. Amazing card. The only drawback is that sometimes he's a little bit slow with his basic attacks combination, which can lead to some disastrous special attack being unleashed on you, but in general, very good card. Buy him every time when you see him in store. The next card, Combat Cup Sonia. Combat Cup Sonia, again, extremely high stats for a gold character, very good passive. What she does is when she tags in the first time, she can give a red card to the enemy card which is currently active, and this means that by the end of the battle he cannot tag in back until everybody else on the team is dead. Very useful, especially for example, and on top of that, actually she's power draining him. So imagine, let's say you're playing Shao Kahn tags in with 3 bars of power, then you put Combat Cup Sonia in the battle and she tags him out and power drain him, so that he doesn't have any power, and we all know that Shao Kahn is kinda useless without power. So Combat Cup Sonia, very solid card. Alright guys, and we have one honorable mention in the Spec Ops League, and that is going to be High Tech Jackie. High Tech Jackie is a good card. I wouldn't say she's great, but she's definitely good. She has good passive, she has power drain, so if you see her in store, I would say that it is okay to buy her, but all the other cards that I mentioned before her are better. We can proceed now with the Outward League.
Stop bleeding and stand up.
Here we don't have that many cards. Again, we are going to start with the cheap cards. So for 250 souls, you can get Mournful Katana. So don't get me wrong guys, Mournful Katana is not a great champion. She has Power Drain on special 1, she has close to useless special 2, but in general she gives 1 bar of power to Outworld champions, which is always good to have. So if you find her for 250 souls, I would say it is worthy. And of course you can build a very nice team with Mournful Katana. The next guy on the list is Sun God Koto Cam. Again, it's nothing special as a card. His passive is okay, it gives attack to all Outworld cards in the team. His special 1 and special 2 are not that great. He has unblockable special 2, which is kinda good, but in general it is a good deal for 250 souls. And probably the best card in the Outworld League that you can get for 250 souls should be Master of Souls Ermac. He has this great ability that he gets 1 bars of power for each Outworld teammate he's teamed with. So if you have 3 Outworld guys in a team, he's going to start with X-Ray. And on top of that, his X-Ray has shield as a buff. So more or less this gives you like 15 to 20 seconds invulnerability in a game, and on top of that the gameplay with Master of Soul Ermac is quite funny. So definitely worth it, 250 souls, guys. Just buy him when you see him in the store. And the last card here, guys, is Gunslinger Aaron Black, who goes for 450 souls. This guy is amazing. Ever since he was released, he's an amazing card. Brutal damage dealer. His special 2 just kills people. No kidding, you can one-shot almost anybody with his special 2. The only issue is that if they have, for example, Shinnok's teaching or Revenant, so that they don't die, that might be an issue. But in general, Gunslinger Aaron Black is probably one of the best damage dealers in the game, so you know what to do when you see him in the store. And 2 honorable mentions, guys. The first one is Tiger Fury Goro. I really think that he's an okay card, but I find him very slow and kind of boring to play. That's why I put him in honorable mentions, but in general, very good stats. The same I can say about Treacherous Tanya. Her passive is kind of tricky because it is useful, but not that much useful at the same time, because you don't know exactly which piece of equipment you have broken with special attacks. What her passive does is that every time when you use a special attack, you destroy a piece of equipment of the character that you're doing the special attack to. But the thing is, you don't know which one you broke. And if you knew that, you know how to exploit it later in the game, but you don't. So it's a little bit tricky, but in general, Treacherous Tanya is a very nice card with a lot of HP, so if you see her in the store, she's a good card, guys. Okay, so we reach the martial artist.
Focused.
Impressive.
And we're going to start again with some cheap cards. The first one is going to be Ninjutsu Scorpion or Ninjutsu Scorpion. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce it correct. That is a okay card for 250 souls. It gives attack to another martial artist. Very nice card in general. Not that useful in battle, so again it has an S next to it because it is recognized by support card. So you have to have it so that you can boost other martial artists in your team. The next one, Shaolin Kung Jin. Again, it's a very useful card if you want to build X-ray teams. Very nice card, but low stats, and his special 1 and special 2 almost don't deal any damage. It is a very good card to have 1 or 2 or 3 fusions so that it can boost the other cards in your team. The next cheap card that you can buy from store is Grandmaster Sub-Zero. That's a very safe card, very useful, and particularly useful against X-ray teams or against bosses who use X-ray, because Grandmaster Sub-Zero can evade death once. And the last card here is Shaolin Master Kung Lao. Definitely get him. You can build amazing bronze teams with that guy. What he does is he boosts the stats of all bronze characters, so the number of different teams that you can build around him is more or less limitless. Very nice character, buy him definitely. And we get to the last 3 characters in the Martial Artists League, and they are truly amazing. The first one is Hisashi Scorpion. That's probably one of the best martial artist cards ever. Every time when you see him in the store, just buy him. He has amazing dots. His special 2 is brutal. His special 1 is great. In general, very fun and solid card overall. The next one is Sub-Zero Triborg, the best Triborg out there, no doubts. However, he can stand his ground on his own without any issues. He doesn't need to be in another Triborg team to be successful. You can put him almost anywhere. He has a very nice defensive shield, which is amazing, and his special 2 deals tons of damage. In general, pretty solid card. Buy him, guys. The last card here on the list is Elder God Kenchi. Elder God Kenchi is an overall amazing card. He has very high stats and his passive is very good. The only thing I don't like about his passive is that you need to use special attacks to finish off the opponent so that you can get bar of power. That is why I put him on the last spot here, but in general, if you find him in store, definitely buy him. Very good character, guys, you won't regret it. And we have 3 honorable mentions here. Probably you already guessed which are they. The first one is Sector, the second one is Cyrex, and the third one is Smoke. The reason why I put them as honorable mentions is that they need to be together to work properly. I'm not saying that they cannot be put in other teams. For example, you can put Sector in teams that relies on fire and he'll be good, but they really shine when they are together. So if you want them to be very effective, you have to have all of them. Keep that in mind, guys. Okay, so this leads to the next question, very important question, and this is how to fuse the cards to maximum fusion level faster. Well, unfortunately, guys, the answer to this question is you cannot. You have to rely on luck. You have to open packs and or let's say stoke a card in the store. But the thing is, I don't know how often a card will be in a store, but I don't think it's going to be that often in general, because in the past, once you complete the challenge, you can unlock the character and just fuse him to the maximum, as long as you have the souls to do that. But now this is impossible, and that's very unfortunate. So you have to rely on packs, the store, and the faction wars rewards, nothing else, unfortunately. So that leads us to our last question, and this question concerns the packs. And currently you can see our collection. Our collection is quite small. We have MK11 Raiden, just got him from the trial, and we managed actually to build some nice teams, one with Shaolin Master Kung Lao and one with Bounce Kenchi, and these teams are working perfect. But we want to know how to proceed and open the packs. We want to know how should we spend our souls. The answer to this question, guys, is in the beginning of the game you shouldn't go for these packs for 400 souls. The reason for it is, the first reason is that you need a lot of characters so that you can be successful in the challenges. For example, if I want to unlock Jackie, now I need to have Ermac. The next challenge may require to have Sub-Zero, for example, and currently I don't have any Sub-Zeros, and the fastest way to obtain Sub-Zero is to buy the cheapest pack possible, which is the 150 gold pack. So I would advise you to buy this pack until you get, let's say, enough roster so that you can fight in the challenges without worrying that you do have or you don't have the card. The next reason why you shouldn't buy the MK11 diamond pack or any other diamond pack in the beginning is that even if you get a diamond card, it will be extremely hard to max its stats. For 1 point into special 1, for example, for diamond card like Ravenous Melina, you have to invest about 10,000 coins, and you can see currently I'm standing at 2,000 coins. In the beginning you're getting coins very, very slowly, and you have to use them to max support cards, to max other special attacks, and to buy card packs, silver card packs. And if you have a diamond character, it will take you some time to upgrade their stats, not to mention that you have to upgrade their passive using souls. So the third reason why you should go for those packs is again because it will give you some pretty good roster so that you can build teams and be successful in faction wars. And the reason why you need to be successful in faction wars, I'm sorry, is because you have to get to combatant 3, and the reason for that is that once you get there you receive that reward, which is 97% of getting challenges card and 3% chance of getting even better card. So this is 300 souls for free, and you need to have more teams to achieve that, because if you have only one good team, sooner or later this team will run out of energy and you won't be able to proceed. But if you have 2 or 3 good teams, you can play more, therefore you can achieve better result in faction wars. So in general, what I would advise you is to buy the 150 soul pack, and never actually, there is no point of buying the 300 soul pack, the challenge pack, because once you are able to be successful in faction wars with, let's say, 2 or 3 teams, and once you're successful to do all the challenges without any issues, you can go directly for the diamond pack. Just 100 souls more, but again you have the opportunity of getting a diamond card, which is much better than any challenges card. Okay guys, so this was all for me today. I hope it was useful for you. You find that video entertaining. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to put in the next episode of the series, but probably I'll have an idea by the end of the day tomorrow. Until then, take care guys, have a good day, bye bye.